My beloved ones, I welcome you to a dangerous conversation. I say dangerous because I am about to take away the very ground upon which your misery stands. You have invested so much in your suffering. You have invested your whole life in your guilt. And today I am here to tell you that your guilt is not a virtue, it is a disease. You look at me and you see something that does not fit into your categories. The human mind is a categorization machine. You want to put everything in a box. This is black, this is white, this is day, this is night, this is the sinner, this is the saint. But when you look at me, you are confused. You hear the rumors, you read the newspapers, you say that love is a liberation. But then you hear my enemies, and I have many enemies. A man of truth will always have enemies, because truth is a fire that burns up their lies. My enemies and critics maintain that some of the practices that the movement is encouraging seem to be inspired more by Mr. Hefner of Playboy than by a spiritual leader. They throw this word playboy at me like a stone. They think it will hurt me. They think I will say, "Oh no, please do not call me that. I am a holy man, I am serious, I am pious." But what is my reaction to this? I look at them and I laugh. I tell them I am a spiritual playboy. Is there something wrong? Why does this combination of words disturb you? Spiritual and playboy. It is like mixing fire and water, isn't it? It is like mixing the sky and the earth. To your mind, it seems impossible, but that is only because your mind has been conditioned for centuries to be schizophrenic. I want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, why do I feel that play is against spirit? Why do I feel that enjoyment is against God? If you are brave enough to explore this question, you are ready for what I have to say. And if you are ready to drop your old conditioning, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. We are building a community of people who are not afraid to live totally. Click that button, ring the bell, and let us wake up together. Now let us go deeper into this label, spiritual playboy. I call myself Zorba the Buddha. This is not just a catchy phrase, this is my whole life effort to bring Zorba and Buddha closer. You must understand these two figures. They are the two poles of human existence. Zorba is the Greek. He represents the earth. He is the juice of life. Zorba is not afraid of his body. He enjoys the food. He enjoys the wine. He enjoys the dance. He enjoys the women. He is not a coward. He lives in the sun, under the open sky. He knows how to sing. He knows how to laugh. He has no guilt. When he is angry, he is angry. When he loves, he loves. He is wild. He is natural. But Zorba is incomplete. He has roots, deep roots in the earth, but he has no wings. He is a beautiful animal, but he is not yet a consciousness. He does not know the silence of the stars. He does not know the eternal. He lives in the moment, which is beautiful, but he is unaware of the watcher behind the moment. Then there is the Buddha. Buddha represents the sky. He is pure consciousness. He is absolute silence. He is sitting under the Bodhi tree, and the whole world has disappeared for him. Desires have vanished. Passions have evaporated. There is only a pristine clarity. He has wings. He flies in the ultimate freedom. But Buddha, as he has been interpreted by your traditions, is also incomplete. He has wings, but he has no roots. He is like a ghost. He has rejected the earth. He calls the world Maya, illusion. He calls the body a bag of filth. For 10,000 years, humanity has been torn apart between these two. The materialist chooses Zorba. He says, there is no soul, there is no God. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. He becomes shallow. His life becomes a series of physical sensations, and eventually he becomes bored, because how much can you eat? How much can you have sex? If there is no meaning, if there is no poetry, if there is no consciousness, life becomes a drag. The spiritualist, the religious man, chooses Buddha. He says, "The world is a trap, I must escape." So he runs away to the mountains. He goes into the monastery. He fasts. He beats himself. He tries to kill his own biology. He becomes dry. He becomes a desert. There is no green flower in his being. I don't want the dichotomy of the spiritual and the material. I am against this choice. I say, why choose? The moment you choose, you become half. And to be half is to be miserable. To be whole is to be holy. I want the spiritual and the material as one whole. They are. Look at existence. Does the tree say, "I will only have roots, I don't want branches"? Or does it say, "I will only have branches reaching for the sun, I don't want dirty roots in the mud"? If the tree says that, it will die. The tree is alive because it is both. The higher the branches go towards the sky, the deeper the roots must go into the earth. There is a balance. The division creates a schizophrenic state in humanity. You are all schizophrenic. I am not using this word as an insult. I am using it as a diagnosis. You are split. You are constantly fighting a civil war inside your own skin. One part of you says, "I want to make love." The other part says, "No, it is a sin." One part of you says, "I want to dance." The other part says, "No, be serious, think of the afterlife." One part of you craves comfort, luxury, beauty. The other part says, simplicity, poverty, sacrifice. You are being pulled apart by wild horses in opposite directions. How can you be at peace? How can you be happy? You are a house divided against itself. And who is responsible for this tragedy? Who has done this to you? I tell you clearly, and all the religions are criminals in that sense. They are the greatest criminals in human history. You may think criminals are people who rob banks or kill individuals. Those are small criminals. They are amateurs. The real professionals are your priests, your popes, your ayatollahs, your shankaracharyas. Because they do not kill your body, they kill your soul, they kill your joy, they poison the very source of your life. They have created a split in man. Your body is separate, your soul is separate. They told you that the body is the enemy. They told you that the body is the barrier between you and God. So what did they tell you to do? You have to fight with the body, you have to remain celibate. They glorified celibacy. Now look at the stupidity of it. Nature, existence, God, whatever you want to call it, has given you a sexual energy. It is the life force. You are born out of it. Every cell in your body is vibrant because of it. And the priest says, block it, stop it, deny it. When you fight with your own energy, what happens? You do not win. You can never win against nature. Nature is vast. You are tiny. When you suppress sex, it does not disappear. It goes into the basement. It becomes dark. It becomes perverted. A natural man who lives his love totally is not obsessed with sex. He enjoys it and he moves on. But the monk, the priest, he is obsessed. Watch his eyes. Watch the way he walks. He is boiling inside. His dreams are full of pornography, because whatever you suppress, you become obsessed with. The religions told you, you have to fast, you have to torture the body. They created a logic of masochism. They said, the more you torture it, the more spiritual you are. If you lie on a bed of thorns, they say, what a great saint. If you stand on one leg for 12 years and your leg withers away and becomes dead, they gather around you and worship you. They say, look at his sacrifice. I say, look at his stupidity, look at his violence. He is being violent towards his own organism. And a man who is violent towards himself cannot be non-violent towards others. If you hate your own body, you will hate everybody else's body. If you torture yourself, you will find ways to torture others, perhaps for their own good, perhaps to save them, but you will torture them. To me, this is simply garbage, just nonsense. I want to flush this garbage out of your mind. I want to give you a good shower. There is no need to torture the body, because the body and the soul are not two things. This is the fundamental realization of Tantra, of the true mystic. Existence is one. It is not matter versus mind. It is not God versus world. It is all one energy appearing in different forms. The body is the visible soul, and the soul is the invisible body. It is one mystery. Think of water. Ice is water, and steam is water. Ice is solid, visible, tangible. That is your body. Steam is invisible, subtle. That is your soul. But it is the same H2O. If you hate the ice, you are hating the water. If you destroy the ice, you are destroying the potential for steam. Your body is your temple. It is the vehicle that has been given to you to navigate this existence. It is a miracle. Look at the complexity of your eyes, your brain, your heart beating without your command. It is the most sophisticated mechanism in the universe. And the religions tell you it is sin. They tell you to beat it. They are insulting the Creator. If there is a God who created this body, then by torturing it, you are spitting in the face of God. Don't divide it, and don't make a conflict between them. When you are hungry, eat, and enjoy the eating. Make it a meditation. When you are tired, sleep, and enjoy the sleep. When you are full of energy, dance, and enjoy the dance. So when I say spiritual playboy, I am not just joking. I know it sounds like a joke because you cannot imagine a saint winking. You cannot imagine a prophet laughing. You have drawn pictures of Jesus, and he looks so sad, so miserable. They say Jesus never laughed. I don't believe it. If he never laughed, he cannot be the Son of God. He must be a very sick fellow. God is the ultimate laughter. Look at the world. Look at the platypus. Look at the giraffe. Look at your own face in the mirror in the morning. God has a sense of humor. That's my basic standpoint towards life. I want you to be a playboy, meaning I want you to be playful. Life is not a business. Life is not a serious examination where you have to get good grades to enter heaven. Life is a play. It is a leela. It is a cosmic drama. You are here to act your part, to sing your song, and to go. Why be so heavy? Why carry such luggage? The playboy accepts the world. He accepts the flowers, the perfumes, the beauty. And the spiritual man brings awareness to it. Imagine this combination. You are drinking a cup of tea. The materialist drinks it in a rush, looking at his watch, worried about money. He tastes nothing. The old so-called spiritualist looks at the tea and feels guilty. Is this luxury? Should I be drinking water? Am I attached to the taste? He tastes nothing. The spiritual playboy holds the cup. He feels the warmth. He smells the aroma. He tastes the tea. He is fully present. In that moment, the tea becomes divine. The act of drinking becomes a prayer. This is what I mean by bringing Zorba and Buddha closer. What is wrong if Buddha is dancing in a disco? This image shocks you. You visualize Gautam Buddha, the awakened one, in a modern disco with flashing lights and loud music. Your mind screams, "No, he should be under the tree." Why? Is the disco outside of God? Is the disco not part of existence? It looks so beautiful, a beautiful girl. And why should Buddha be afraid? If Buddha is afraid of the disco, if he is afraid of the beautiful girl, then I tell you his enlightenment is very fragile. It is made of glass. A small stone can break it. Is not his meditation strong enough? He will be pulled towards carnal lust. This is the fear of your priests. They are afraid of the world because they know their discipline is fake. They know that if they are exposed to a beautiful woman or a handsome man or a glass of wine, their holiness will collapse. Their holiness is just a painted face. It is not skin deep. Is he afraid of falling back from his enlightenment? If he is afraid, then he is not enlightened at all. Listen to this truth. Enlightenment is not something you can lose. It is not a possession. It is not like money that can be stolen. It is not like a position that can be taken away. Enlightenment is your nature. It is who you are when you are awake, because there is no way to fall back. Once you attain, you cannot fall back. It is your own inner being. If you have eyes, you can see. If you go into a dark room, do you lose your eyesight? No, you just cannot see because it is dark. But the moment there is light, your eyes function. Where you are going to fall back to. Once you know it, you know it. If you know that fire burns, do you have to constantly remind yourself, I must not put my hand in the fire, I must not put my hand in the fire? No, you simply don't do it. It is not a commandment, it is an understanding. Then whatever you do, that knowledge is always there. Whatever you do, that fragrance follows you. You can be in the marketplace and the silence is with you. You can be making money and the non-attachment is with you. You can be making love and the meditation is with you. And there is no act which is unspiritual. Even love-making is not unspiritual. This is the point where society freaks out. They can accept a meditating businessman, maybe, but a meditating lover, a spiritual experience through sex, they shout blasphemy. But I say to you, in fact, if lovemaking is unspiritual, then every other act will be unspiritual. Think about the logic. You were born from sex. Your parents were born from sex. The prophets, the messiahs, the avatars, everyone was born from sex, except maybe Jesus, if you believe that story. But even then, biology is biology. If the root is sinful, how can the tree be holy? If the seed is dirty, the flower must be dirty. If you condemn sex, you condemn life itself. And that is what you have been doing. You have been carrying a deep self-hatred. You look at your genitals with shame. You hide them. You invent words to cover the reality. I want you to drop this shame. I want you to reclaim your dignity. Love-making should be the most spiritual act. It is the closest you come to God in your ordinary life. Why? Because in a deep orgasm, the ego disappears. For a split second, you are not I. You are not a doctor, an engineer, a Christian, a Hindu. You are pure energy. Time stops. Thinking stops. You vibrate with the whole existence. That is a glimpse of samadhi. That is a glimpse of nirvana. Of course, it is brief, it comes and goes, but it gives you a taste. And if you can bring awareness to it, if you can be meditative in that moment, sex can become a door to the superconscious. It is so delicate, so soft, but the religions have created the division and created, on the one hand, saints, which are just dry bones, and the other, sinners. Look at your saints. Just look at their pictures. Do they look like they have any juice? Do they look like they have any joy? They are dry bones. They are skeletons. They have killed their senses to prove they are holy. And on the other hand, the sinners, the poor sinners. They are the ones who are trying to enjoy life, but you have burdened them with so much guilt that they cannot enjoy it. They drink, but they drink with guilt, so they become alcoholics. They eat, but they eat with guilt, so they become gluttons. The guilt makes everything ugly. I am here to tell you, drop the guilt, drop the saint, drop the sinner. Be a human being, a whole, integrated human being. Now, I have much more to say about where these saints and sinners end up. Oh, we must talk about heaven and hell. We must talk about the party that is waiting for you if you have the courage to be a sinner. And we must talk about the boredom that awaits you if you try to be a saint. But before I take you on a tour of hell, which I promise you is the best destination, I want you to let this first part sink in. I want you to check your own mind. Do you still have the wall between Zorba and Buddha? Do you still judge yourself for your pleasures? If you are finding this conversation liberating, if you feel a weight lifting off your shoulders, then you are ready for the second part of this message. I want you to type in the comments below, I am ready to break the wall. Let me see how many of you are brave enough to claim your wholeness. And do not forget to like this video. It sends a signal to the algorithm, yes, but more importantly, it sends a signal to the universe that you are saying yes to life. Now, having destroyed this wall between the body and the soul, we are going to travel further. We are going to travel beyond this life to the places your priests have used to scare you and to bribe you for thousands of years. We are going to look at heaven and hell. But we are not going to look at them with the eyes of a frightened child. We are going to look at them with the eyes of a spiritual playboy, with clarity, with humor, and with rebellion. You have been told that if you are good, meaning boring, obedient, dead, you will go to heaven. And if you are bad, meaning alive, rebellious, joyous, you will go to hell. So let us look at this choice. If I have to choose, I don't want to choose. But if I have to choose, I would rather be with the sinners than with the saints. They stink. I say this with no hesitation. The saints stink. What do they stink of? They stink of formaldehyde. They smell like a hospital. They smell like death. Have you ever met a so-called saint? A traditional religious man? He is rigid. He is afraid to smile because if he smiles, his seriousness might crack. He is afraid to look at you because he might see a reflection of his own suppressed desires in your eyes. He is constantly guarding himself. He is a fortress with no windows. Sinners, at least, are colorful people. Sinners have seasons. They have storms. They have sunshine. They make mistakes. Yes. They fall down. Yes. But they get up. They are learning. They are exploring. A sinner is someone who says yes to the adventure of life, even if that adventure takes him into dangerous territory. And because the religions have sent all the interesting people to hell, the geography of the afterlife has become very strange. If all sinners go to hell, then hell must be the most beautiful place in the world. Just think of the logic. And heaven must be the most ugly. Why must heaven be ugly? Because all those dead, dry bones, long faces will be sitting there eternally doing nothing. I want you to visualize the traditional Christian or Hindu heaven. What is happening there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It is a place of eternal rest. Now, rest sounds good if you have been working hard for a week. You want a Sunday. But eternal Sunday, Monday never comes. For millions and millions of years, you are just resting. It will drive you insane. There is no entertainment, there is no dance, there is no music, there is not even a football match, no Olympics. Why? Because saints don't participate in such things. Saints do not play football. They think it is too aggressive. They do not run in the Olympics. They are too busy saving their energy for nothing. They can't drink, they can't smoke. There are no pubs in heaven, there are no cafes in heaven, there are no cinemas, because all these things are considered worldly pleasures. So imagine the population of heaven, rows and rows of serious, long-faced people. No one tells a joke because God might get offended. No one flirts because that is a sin. No one debates because the truth is already known. It is a graveyard with gold gates perhaps, but a graveyard nonetheless. What they can do. I have thought about this. What is left for them to do? Just go on praying and nagging God. Alleluia, alleluia. How many times can you say it before it loses all meaning? God is great. God is great. Do you think God is so insecure that He needs you to tell Him He is great every 5 minutes for eternity? This is a very neurotic idea of God. It paints God as a dictator who needs constant flattery and the nagging. Oh Lord, thank you for this, but they must have killed that poor fellow long before. If I were God, listening to the prayers of the saints, I would have committed suicide, or I would have packed my bags and moved to the other place, because in hell, in hell, I can see all the beautiful people of the world. Let us look at the guest list. This is the most exclusive club in the universe. If you want to know where the intelligence of humanity has gone, look down, not up. Lao Tzu will be there, the old master of Taoism, the man who said, the way that can be named is not the true way, the man who was so simple, so humble, that he never claimed to be a prophet. He just rode his water buffalo and vanished into the mountains. The organized religions cannot tolerate a man like Lao Tzu because he has no dogma. He has no 10 commandments. He simply says, flow like water. So the church sends him to hell. Chuang Tzu will be there, the greatest storyteller, the man of absurdity. He dreamt he was a butterfly, and when he woke up he asked, am I Chuang Tzu who dreamt I was a butterfly? Or am I a butterfly now dreaming I am Chuang Tzu? A man of such beautiful confusion, a man of such poetic doubt, he will be there laughing. Gautam Buddha will be there. Now you will say, Osho, surely Buddha is in heaven. No, because he did not believe in God, he was an atheist. This is something most people forget. Buddha never prayed to a god. When people asked him about God, he remained noble silent. He said, do not waste your time with metaphysical questions. You are in pain, let us cure the pain. He was a physician, not a priest. But to the Christian, to the Jew, to the Mohammedan, atheism is the ultimate crime. So they will open the trapdoor and drop Buddha into hell. And Buddha will go, he will go with a smile. He will sit in the center of hell, in the flames, and he will meditate. And I tell you, wherever Buddha sits, that place becomes a paradise. The flames will turn into lotuses, because paradise is not a geographical location. Paradise is an inner space. Who else? Bertrand Russell will be there. Socrates will be there. Socrates, the man who was poisoned by the good people of Athens. Why? Because he corrupted the youth. How did he corrupt them? He taught them to question. He taught them to think. He taught them not to believe in the old superstitions. Authority hates intelligence. The priest hates the philosopher who asks, why? So Socrates is definitely in hell, and he will be walking around hell, catching hold of people and asking them, what is virtue? What is truth? He will be starting a university in hell. Plato and Aristotle and Heraclitus, all the great minds who built the foundation of logic, of science, of thought. And look at the artists, all great painters, Van Gogh, Picasso. Van Gogh, who lived in misery, who cut off his ear, who was considered mad. But look at his sunflowers. Look at his starry night. He saw the divine energy vibrating in matter. But he was not a church-goer. He was a wild spirit. Picasso, who broke all the rules of perspective, who saw a woman from the front and the side at the same time, a man of tremendous lust for life. They will be there painting the walls of hell. They will make it the most psychedelic art gallery in the universe. All great thinkers, Jean-Paul Sartre, Jaspers. Hell will be a real company and very colorful. It will be an eternal seminar. You can sit with Sartre and discuss existence. You can sit with Khayyam and drink wine. Omar Khayyam will be there. Here with a loaf of bread beneath the bough, a flask of wine, a book of verse, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness. He created a paradise on earth. Do you think he will accept a dry heaven? No. He will look for the tavern in hell. And all kinds of juicy people, the whole of Hollywood, all actors, all actresses, all great showmen. Think of Charlie Chaplin, think of Marilyn Monroe, think of the people who made you laugh, who made you cry, who entertained you. They were not saints, they lived chaotic lives, but they had sparks, they had fire. All carnivals, circuses, hell must be from end to end a tremendous rejoicing. I can hear the music of hell from here. It is jazz, it is rock and roll, it is classical, and the music of heaven, it is just a harp. Pling, pling, pling for eternity. It will give you a migraine. So, my friends, the choice seems clear, does it not? If you look at the company, hell is the place to be. But I am Osho. I am not here just to make you choose the other side of the coin. I am here to throw the coin away. I don't want to choose. I want them to mix. This is the ultimate revolution. I do not want a separation. I do not want a heaven that is boring and a hell that is suffering. I want to destroy the boundaries. I want only one place, only one. I want a place where the saints can come down from their high horses, where saints can become again alive. I feel compassion for the saints. Really, I do. They have missed life. They have missed the sun and the rain. They have missed the touch of a woman or a man. They have shrunk. I want them to start breathing. I want them to start dancing. Imagine St. Francis dancing. Imagine the Pope dancing, really dancing, abandoning his ego, sweating, moving with the rhythm. The moment he dances, his dogma will disappear. You cannot dance and hold a dogma at the same time. The dance is too fluid. The dogma is too rigid. I want them to start loving, and I want the sinners to become meditative. I want the Hollywood crowd to learn silence. I want the Zorbas to find their inner center. I want them to become spiritual playboys. This is the synthesis. This is the new man. The new man is not a battlefield. He is a meeting point. He has the roots of Zorba and the wings of Buddha. He is as earthly as a tree and as vast as the sky. He can sit in silence, doing nothing, and he is blissful. And he can move into action, creating, loving, working, and he is blissful. His bliss does not depend on the situation, it depends on his awareness. This spiritual playboy is not afraid of God, and he is not afraid of the devil. He knows that both are myths created to control you. He lives in reality, and reality is non-dual, Advaita, not two. So what is my message to you today? Don't be a dry bone, don't be a victim of the past. If you have been repressing yourself, stop. If you have been judging yourself, stop. If you have been postponing your life for a heaven after death, wake up. This is it. This moment is all there is. If you can make this moment beautiful, you have created heaven. If you make this moment miserable, you have created hell. You carry your heaven and hell within you. When I say I am a spiritual playboy, I am inviting you to join this club. There is no membership fee. The only requirement is that you drop your mask. Drop your hypocrisy. Be authentic. If you love, love totally. If you meditate, meditate totally. And let the two meet. I want you to do something for me. I want you to take this message and let it vibrate in your cells. If you are watching this and you feel a stirring in your heart, if you feel that, yes, I have been starving my Zorba, or I have been starving my Buddha, then declare your freedom today. Write in the comments below, I am a spiritual playboy, or I am a spiritual playgirl. Do not be shy. Let the world know that you are claiming your wholeness. Let us fill the comment section with a manifesto of life. And if you think this message can save a friend from becoming a dry bone, share this video with them. Wake them up. Shake them up. Tell them Osho sent you to disturb their sleep. Subscribe to this channel because we are going to continue destroying the old lies and building a new vision of humanity. We are just getting started. Remember, the body is the visible soul. The soul is the invisible body. Dance your way to God. Laugh your way to truth. Okay?